couple minutes to let a few other organizations come in, but it looks like this is who we have tonight. So to go ahead and get us started, just so you all know where you are, this is the faith-based DiscoverFest Zoom session. So for those of you who are participating, that's what you're going to be hearing about tonight. And then just so everyone knows, this is being recorded so that those who weren't able to hop on the Zoom tonight can hear a little bit about your organizations. So to get started, I'm going to introduce myself, and then I'll let Randall introduce himself, and then I'll let each of you introduce yourselves and your organizations. So my name is Amelia Cobb. I am a graduate student and in the Student Affairs and Higher Education program at WKU, and I work in the Student Activities Office as a graduate assistant. So that's what I'm doing here tonight. Randall, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I will. Good evening, everyone. My name is Randall P. Bogart. I'm one of the assistant directors of student activities here at the university. I oversee primarily the RSOs, Campus Programming Board, and Student Government Association. We are glad you all are able to join us tonight. This session, for those who are attending, will be put on YouTube and our webpage. So people that were unable to attend, they will be able to see and hear what great things you all have to share. So we thank you for joining us, and I'll turn it back over to Amelia.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and let each of you all introduce yourselves. So we can start with Sam Evans. That's who I see first on the screen.
Okay, thank you very much. I am the faculty advisor for the Topper Campus Ministry. We are affiliated with the Western Kentucky Presbytery, which is a part of the Presbytery Church, PCUSA, and our local churches are the Cecilia Presbyterian Church and the Presbyterian Church, both of which are downtown. And really, our purpose is to provide a community for students to discuss issues in a faith-based setting, and we are open to individuals from a variety of faiths. Our director is David Clark, who is a graduate student at the Austin Theological Seminary. However, he had a conflict tonight and was not able to participate. Thank you.
Thank you. And then the account for Scott Taylor, if you all want to introduce yourselves.
My name is Heidi Holgate. I'm Leanne Device.
And my name's Caleb Taminga.
And we're with First Christian Church College Ministry. And basically what we're all about is being in an inclusive space to explore your faith. So basically we just want people to feel safe to come to us with their questions, with their doubts, wherever they're at in their faith, and feel comfortable discussing those things in a loving environment.
Great, thank you. And then for
Hi everyone, my name is Alexis Watkins. I currently serve as the president for the Main St. Sons of Joy Gospel Choir here on campus. We are now transitioning into a ministry just because of what everything that has been going on with COVID. So we allow our students just to come in and worship God, whatever God. We are non-denominational, and just a place that just to get to know God, understand Him, and then also just to get that support from campus of being away from home. Thank you.
Great, thank you. So kind of how this is going to run is for any attendees here, if you have questions tonight, you can submit them in the Q&A question box, and I'll be reading those as they come up. But I also just have a few questions for each of the panelists just to hear a little bit about what you all do on campus or off campus and how students can get involved. So the first question I have for you all tonight is, what is one event or thing that you really like about your organization or that your organization puts on that students would enjoy? And we can go ahead and do the same order. So
Okay, we are a relatively new organization that's trying to get back operating with students. We think that the work that we're trying to do to give students an opportunity to discuss things that are important to them related to their faith is one of the key elements in terms of what we are working towards as an organization that is affiliated with a particular denomination here at WKU.
Thank you. And then Scott Taylor's crew.
So we definitely just have like an open discussion based hangouts every Wednesday. We just all come together and we open it up to any questions that might be in the room. It's a very personal ministry, and we definitely open it up to like big ideas within the faith. We're definitely open and inclusive to LGBTQ identities. We welcome anyone from all backgrounds. We just want to, keep forward that like inclusive message within our ministry. Yeah.
Great, thank you. And Alexis, if you want to share a little bit.
One of the events that we do that a lot of people on campus enjoy is singing on the stairs. We try to do that at least once or twice a month. But now with COVID going on, we will be doing Bible study with a partnered Sister Nerica Sales. And so that'll give us time to just fellowship and also get to know our new Hilltoppers and let them know about us and how we worship. But we are open to all backgrounds, all ethnicities, and all races.
Good, thank you. So you kind of led us into this, Alexis, but with COVID going on, things on campus look a little bit different. So what are some things that your organization or your group is doing in the way that students can get involved, but also be safe and follow the COVID guidelines? So what are some things that you all are doing or that students can do just to kind of make sure that they're being safe on campus? And we can start with you, Alexis, this time.
Currently, like I said, we'll be doing Bible studies bi-weekly, but we'll also be doing recruitment events bi-weekly. So that means whether that we get on a Zoom call and we just fellowship with each other, or we might go out into Centennial where it's an open up space, but we make sure that we're going to be masked up and we'll just be there for a virtual meet and greet or just a face-to-face meet and greet and we'll pass out snacks, just trying to build that community.
Thank you. And then Scott Taylor's group again.
So we're meeting weekly, but what we're doing is socially distanced meetings. So at our church, if the weather permits, we're meeting outside so we can be at a safe distance from one another. And if the weather doesn't permit, our church is big enough that we have like a gym space where we'll be meeting sometimes, but definitely just maintaining the social distance expectations. And also we occasionally meet on Zoom depending on what's going on, and we're just taking it day by day and planning around what's the safest way to be together.
And then for the Presbyterian group.
Hey, thank you. I think the key is for the participants to be wearing the mask, the concept of social distancing. We're looking for groups not to be real large, but then try to identify a space that accommodates the number we have to stay within the guidelines. Then to use Zoom where appropriate, if we've got large groups based upon the interest. And then for the person who's serving in the director's position to meet with students on an individual basis here on campus, or it could be within the Presbyterian Church where his office is located.
Great, thank you. The next question that I have for you all is If a student wants to know more about your organization outside of just this Zoom meeting, how can they reach out to you? Do you have a website or any type of contact? So how can students find you outside of this Zoom call? We can start with, yeah, go ahead, you all.
Sure. We have an Instagram account that anybody can reach out to us through. It's FCCBG_college. I believe that's what it is. But it should be easy to find. It's a pretty unique name.
Thank you. Alexa, or Dr. Evans, you can go. You unmuted.
Okay, thank you. Several ways to communicate with us. One is to contact the person who is the director, which is David Clark, and his email address is David.Clarke, CLARKE, and he's at bgpres.org here in TAM. I can also share the number at the church where he can be reached, which is 270-843-4707, or I can be reached at my email address, which is sam.evans@wku.edu. And I'll also give you my personal cell number, which happens to be my university number right now, which is 270-779-6125.
All right, thank you. And Alexis, how can we reach out to you all?
ATJ actually has an Instagram account, so you could, if a student wants to get in touch with us, they would go about going to ATJ_WKU, and then if not, if you feel comfortable, you can email me. I'm the president, and that is Alexis ALEXIS.Watkins WATKINS 714@topper.wku.edu. Thanks.
Okay, thank you all. It doesn't look like we've had a lot of Q&A questions come in, so I'm going to kind of ask this last question. So anything else you would like to add about your organization, you can add that. And then also to finish out, what is the best part about being a Hilltopper? So we can start, Dr. Evans, if you want to start with this one.
Okay. I would think the key is for individuals who would be interested, trying to develop the work that we do as a faith-based organization on campus that is connected with the needs and desires of the student. We do hope that students will take leadership roles in this, but we really want to base this on the needs of the students, and particularly at this point in time, which is a difficult period for all individuals, and especially students here at WKU. From my perspective, the best thing about being a Hilltopper, and I have to share this from a different perspective, is the opportunity to work with students. They are the key to who we are as an organization. We've got great students, great ideas, and I do believe that our students have the potential, and they're demonstrating this, to make a difference in the lives of many individuals.
Thank you. That was really great. Alexis, would you like to go next?
Yes. We are seeking individuals that are not comfortable in wanting to explore their faith, but also we started out as a singing group, but with COVID, we are now transitioning to a ministry. So we're still looking for singers, but we're also looking for instrumentalists as well. And I guess the best thing about being a Hilltopper is the diversity. Since I've stepped foot on the campus, I've been in connection with people from different backgrounds, just different cultures, and that's just a great thing to be a part of.
Thank you. And then the last group, you all want to share?
I think something that I would add about our group is we really seek to be a place that people can feel safe to explore their faith, or even just to be in conversations about that. So for me, I think it's important that we are a place that, like a faith setting where, for people that don't always feel safe in faith settings. So we just really want people to feel loved when they are with us.
It's also just really cool to be like in a non-traditional faith setting with a bunch of people our age, and it's like there's really like no elephant in the room that's kind of like out of the way. So we can talk about anything, and there's room for doubt, and that's not like degrading to your faith in any way. So that's been really cool to explore that.
And I would definitely just say, like, one of the nicest things about being a Hilltopper is just like coming to campus. Like, there's always a niche for you. Even if among the ministries you've seen tonight that you don't think that you found that right place, there definitely is that niche out there for you. I'm a firm believer that, you know, there's a home for everyone. And I think that as Hilltoppers, we're such a diverse and like well put together group that you definitely have a home here on the Hill. So that's my favorite thing about being a Hilltopper.
Those were all really great answers. I loved hearing all of them. Kind of to go off of that, being a Hilltopper. So like I mentioned earlier, I'm a graduate assistant in the student activities office. So for the panelists, some of you may know this, maybe not. And then for any attendees or people watching later, the student activities office sponsors all of the registered student organizations on campus, sponsors Greek Life, the Campus Activities Board, and we also sponsor a lot of the leadership and volunteerism programmings on campus. So if you're looking for a way to get involved, then definitely reach out to the Student Activities Office. You can just do a simple Google search, WKU Student Activities, and be able to find us. And we're also on all social media platforms. So feel free to reach out to Student Activities if you're looking for new ways to get involved. And then one other thing that I have to add is one thing that we sponsor is called the Dynamic Leadership Institute. So this is a 4-phase leadership program open to students, and we have applications live right now. So for any student who's looking to build their resume skills or looking to develop leadership skills, this is a great program for you. I'm going to put the link to the application in the chat for anyone who wants to see it. But you can also find that on the Student Activities webpage or on the social media sites. So, Randall, do you have anything that you wanted to add to that? You're on mute, Randall.
Yep. Yeah, I just want to say again, thank you all so much for coming and talking about your organizations, but also showing our Hilltoppers the importance of their spiritual, religious journey, because I think that's very important. A lot of people come from upbringings where that is so important in their lives, and we want to help them continue that along the way here as a Hilltopper. So I appreciate it, and especially since I advise one of the organizations that is trying to become a ministry. So that's great for me to hear from you all and see the great things you're doing. But know that if it's not a group on here that you feel like you could connect with, come to our office. We'll find a group to connect you with, but we also can help you create a group. Even though we have 300 plus student organizations, it is always room for another one on the Hill. So if you want to create your own organization, let us know and we will help you along the way.
Thanks again so much to all of the panelists for sharing about your organization and your experience as a Hilltopper. We really appreciate it, and thanks for all the attendees tonight. And I think that's all. You all have a good night. Bye.